Race family, guys, I hope you guys are all doing incredible. We are back in our home now. This is the follow-up video to us racing at Orlando Speed World, the 8th mile event, where we ran our personal best 4:56 in the 8th mile. Man, the car was flying, was feeling crazy good, but like you guys saw, we heard it. Now we're back home, been home for a few days, but I've been editing videos and uploading every single day for you guys. I've been getting caught up with work, just lots of things here around the house, so I haven't had a chance to work on the Supra. Today is Saturday. Today, I'm gonna start working on it. The motor's gotta come back out. So I backed my trailer up here, backed the trailer up to the garage. I dropped the Supra off. I'm literally gonna start now. I'm gonna start by taking the hood out so I can get more light in the engine bay. And I'm just gonna start ripping things off. You guys know the deal. I'm gonna start with the turbo, wastegates, dump tubes, turbo, up pipe, then go to the intake manifold, the full fuel system, the radiator's gotta come out. This radiator, I'm actually gonna change as well, guys. This guy's been with me for a long time. I don't even know, 8, 9, 10 years. And on that pass there, it had already happened a little bit in the past, but on that pass there, you can see where this thing really ballooned. It's very round up top. The fins on the side are literally touching all the way here to the corner. It really expanded, so I don't want this thing to just fully break on us. I'd rather start with a brand new one again. So I'll get rid of this guy. But anyhow, you guys know the deal. Lots of work ahead of us. Hopefully this week I'll have some time, take the motor over to Jay at Real Street Performance. We'll tear it down for you guys, see if we can find the crack or what all went wrong. Based on what we find, I'll decide what steps are happening next, what direction we'll take next. And now keep in mind, I have had the motor out, what, twice now in the last, I don't know, a month or so. So I have had some failures, but guys, I'm pushing this thing to its absolute limit. Now I want to say that the failure we had was due to me flexing the block. 60 pounds of boost, almost was 59 pounds of boost, 150 shot of nitrous. That must have been well over 1,800 horsepower. I'm not playing nice with this thing, so I'm not at all upset that failures are happening. It sucks, it's extra expenses, which nobody ever wants to incur, but I'm hooked on going fast. And had it not broke there in Orlando, it would have broke this weekend at not Florida 2K, this weekend at Bradenton Motorsports Park. Regardless, anytime I'm at a track, I push my car to its absolute limit, and things like this will happen. So let's tear into it and get after it. Here we go. Alright guys, after a few distractions, she's ready to come out. Ever since I went TH400, I've been pulling the motor out with transmission. So here it comes. Guys, I'm pretty sure in the camera you guys can see the crazy amount of mosquitoes that are in here. It's nuts.
Oye, man, tranquilidad.
Race family, this is the money shot, baby. This is the money shot. The engine's out. The thing was performing like a charm, but something gave out. Water started making it into the combustion chamber on cylinder 3. It was draining the radiator, ballooned the radiator. Let's tear into it, see what all happened. We'll show you guys here on the channel. Stay tuned. Race family, guys, good morning. It is bright and early. It's still night out. It is just a little over 6 a.m. I have my U-Haul trailer like usual. I got my 2JZ covered up and strapped down. It's been raining every day straight for the last couple days, and it was supposed to be raining all this morning. Luckily, we caught a break in the rain to pull the motor out, strap it down, and now we're leaving to Rose Street. I'm wearing the closest thing that I had to a turtleneck. Yesterday, I got a text message from Jay, and he said, "Hey, Pedro, do you happen to own a turtleneck?" I didn't question him. I said, "Yes, yeah, I got something close enough. I'll wear it." He's like, "Oh, and go ahead and shave." I don't know what this man's got planned. I know Christmas is around the corner. I don't know if he's got some Christmas themed video up his sleeve, but I listen. When Dr. J says, wear something silly around your neck, and get shaved up, you do it. I got the motor here. Let's see what all we broke this time around. I got a good feeling it's either a cracked block, cracked sleeve. The car saw almost 60 pounds of boost, 150 shot of nitros, possibly well over 1,800 wheel horsepower, and it cracked something. So I've never damaged, whatever the heck I damaged this time around, I've never hurt that. So I'm very curious to take this thing back to him, tear into it like usual, and see what went wrong. You guys will find out with me, fam. All right, guys, we've made it to Real Street Performance. Let me back this thing up, get this engine unloaded. Any day at Real Street's a good day, baby. Well, not so much today. I gotta pay for the engine and the repairs. That day, not so much. But today will be a good day. Let's make it happen.
That looks great.
Yes, we do. A lot of water made down the oil. I drained it all. I put fresh oil, started it back up. But it still doesn't look great.
That's good. That's good.
You gonna put it on the engine stand right away? Yeah.
Hey, Drew.
I'm keeping you guys busy. You're like family now.
Good thing you moved closer.
So are you guys wearing turtlenecks or what? No?
Just you.
You know what this is about?
Yeah.
Oh, Jesus.
We created this whole idea.
Oh, Jesus.
Out of the group.
Was this sort of like a Black Friday thing and Pedro had
Your name popped up with Luis saying like, Pedro would be a good idea.
Really?
And then we're like, yo, you know what? It'll be a plot twist. So we can just like throw you in there and people be like,
So I had to shave. Why?
Jay's like, go ahead and shave.
Wait, what?
What did he tell you?
He says, do you have a turtleneck? I'm like, maybe. I'll have to look.
That's all he said?
Yes.
Oh, shit.
And then,
Oh,
and,
shit.
and then I sent him a picture of me wearing this. He's like, looks good. Go ahead and shave. I'm like, what?
And in the morning, shave.
And then he tells me, what are the chances you could be there by 9? I'm like, 1,000%. Whatever time you need me there, I'll get there. Whatever.
Yeah.
Kev, what's the skit, bro?
So basically, you're gonna be like Jay's therapist.
Me.
You.
Okay.
Oh, yeah, this has nothing to do with your engine, by the way. This is
Yeah, there's a whole other
This is
skit
for something different.
of Jay being addicted to cars.
It's a
But he
Black
can't
Friday.
get his head around like shit. So you're gonna be like, I made these cars that you're gonna show him.
Yeah.
And you'll be like, Jay, what do you see here?
Yeah.
It'll be like a random blob.
Yeah.
And he'll be like, a 2J.
Oh,
He's
it's
like, what the fuck? You'll be like, a 2J. But I kind of want to plot twist it, you know, but like you saying like, you know what, I had to tell him too, you know.
Okay, I'm all for it.
You know, so.
I love the acting.
Yeah, we rented a doctor's office last week, and we.
That's where we're going today?
No, we shot a skit there, but we
Oh.
did rent.
I gotta get home in a little bit.
we did rent another place that we're gonna go to.
Really?
Yeah,
Whatever, dude.
a
I'm
real
down.
psychiatry place. So it's gonna have books and he's gonna have the whole nine.
Oh,
So he's already there now. We're just gonna
For his normal session.
Yeah. Oh, hey there, guys. Sounds like there's a crazy day planned today. Stay tuned, baby. Turtleneck. The Baltic Supra is in the house. Race family. Guys, this is Jay's personal Supra. This thing's cool. I think he went like 200 miles an hour in the standing half mile. A little over 200. 6-speed car. Stroker. Very neat. Hard top. Sweet.
should ride when I'm back.
That'd be cool.
Yeah.
Grab all my stuff. All right, guys. You guys would have heard a little bit when we were back at the shop. So we're at an actual therapist office that these guys rented for a Black Friday skit. And they called yours truly, Pedro, to be the therapist. They didn't even warn me. He didn't even tell me what this was all about. But hey, he knows I'm down for whatever. This thing's really cool, man. I remember the first time I saw a Supra in this color, I wasn't a huge fan, but it grew on me. Very nice. HRE wheels. And something about a Supra, no spoiler, man. It just looks so slick. Very cool. All right, let's get to work. Let's get to work.
All right, so we got a 2JZ. We got this one, which will be a bad one. This one can be a Honda, like a. You think a B series or K series? All right, you ready?
Good morning, Jay.
What the fuck?
Handshake, missed the handshake.
Is that when you try to fist bump?
Alright.
Give yourself a good.
Just like a little like, perfect. Got it. This time next week? Yeah. Hope that works for him. All right, guys, I was trying to film a little bit of that behind the scenes therapist little skit that we did, but my freaking GoPro turned off, the memory card was full, so I'm not sure how much of that I got. I don't think I got much at all, but it'll likely air even before I air this video. These guys are airing it like right away. So I'm here now in the engine room at Real Street Performance. Jay's gonna be here any minute, and we're gonna tear this thing apart like usual. You guys have seen a lot of videos like that here on our channel. Let's tear into it. I wanna say this is a new problem we've never had before. Let's see it, let's find it, and let's plan accordingly to keep going. Snow's slowing down, guys. I was sharing a minute ago. I personally, my thrill, my joy, although this is crazy expensive, my thrill, my joy is going to the track and giving it my all, running to the car's full potential. I refuse to turn the car down, turn the power down to run in, say, a slower class than I could be running in all out where I'm risking stuff.
There better not be a hole in this head, Pedro.
That would be bad, huh?
Yeah. Well, we may have to bleep out some adult swear words.
I would just need 5 more friends. I already took this head out of a friend's closet. If I get more friends that have 2 GZ heads laying around, we'll be back in the game fast.
But you don't want coolant pressure, do you?
No.
Yeah, there it is. Oh, that's a good one.
Oh no. Yeah, that's pretty rough. That's bad.
I mean, it's broken.
Yeah, it's broken. It's bad. It's all the way down
Yeah.
too.
Feel that ledge. That's a lot of movement.
Wow. So we got a cracked sleeve and a piston with that low.
Oh, something went through it. What's that?
So I think this was, when we first put it together, I cleaned the intercooler, all the pipes, the intake, the exhaust, like everything was clean. But when we first put it back together, went on the dyno, there was like a misfire. We checked the plugs, and the back plug, the strap was like shut. Like it was something that pushed it, it seemed like.
Something.
And there was a little scar in it too. So
This is cool, and it's nobody's fault. And this is not cool, and it's somebody's fault. And this happens, man, that is such a bummer because if you are like taking your engine apart because you've broken it, it is my recommendation that as you take those components off the vehicle, you clean and inspect them right then. Because if 6 months goes by before you put the car back together and you forget that there's a chunk of a piston laying in your intake manifold or in the bottom of a charge pipe, and you start up your fresh engine and you do this to it, you're right back in the same spot. You need to make a decision on whether or not you're gonna put another stock block in it or not. If you're not gonna put a stock block in it, I think I have an 86mm billet block and 86mm pistons. Lunch has arrived.
You guys are hungry?
no, I was, but I lost my appetite.
Oh, we did. Don't worry.
Yeah.
My appetite's gone.
I think I'm not gonna eat for a month.
Or 2.
Now, the problem with the billet block thing that we hadn't talked about
Oh, this?
is the dry sump.
Heard you,
I know.
but I don't want to hear you.
I know, that's where this kept breaking last night in my head.
So,
When I kept going around it, I was like, well, we'll just do this. And I was like, dry sump. I was like, well, we'll just do this. Dry sump.
yeah, I can't. Like, me swinging the billet block is already a huge commitment. Like, no way I could, after all the expenses I had prior to Florida 2K, all the improvements I made to the car, all the expenses I had after Florida 2K, like right in this present time.
What if
There's
we
no way I
just
could
wrap
afford
the
the block and a dry sump.
Why don't we just wrap the janitor blue and you can just buy that?
We've talked about it. I'm too committed to my car, man. My car came to my wedding. We
Kids are young, man. They're not gonna know the difference.
He's gonna forget.
Daddy Supra. Ugh. Yuck. Dang, bro, you got me feeling like I'm working at the junkyard.
Yeah, pretty much.
So how are we gonna do a billet block without a dress on?
What do you mean how? That block can take all factory accessories, including my factory oil pump.
And that block grows in the mains more than the cast iron block.
It does what? Grows in the mains?
Yeah, it grows in the mains.
Listen, all I can think of is I had a bad oil pump making 30 to 40 pounds of oil pressure.
And it was fine. I liked it.
And things lived. So that
The
billet
power
block,
of optimistic thinking.
that billet block's gonna have to.
Make it work. Just gonna have a long talk with it. Say, listen.
Listen, I've been through a lot the last couple months. You're gonna
You're
cooperate.
either coming with me or you're sitting at on
You've been
Jay's
sit-
shelf.
Exactly. You've been
I'm
sitting
gonna
on
party
a
or
shelf.
not.
Exactly. I was thinking exactly that.
Tossing this out.
Looks like paint.
Yeah.
When you open a can of old paint
Yeah.
before you stir it, it looks like that.
Gio called me in there. He's like, skid pager at the bottom of those billet engines. We're not buying this crap. I said, I know, man. We're talking about it right now.
What did he tell you?
He said, get Pedro to buy a billet engine.
Yeah.
He races his car too much to be dealing with that kind of crap.
I know.
I said, I know.
But then he told me, but dry sump.
What's the problem with the dry sump? Just the money?
Yeah, this is already a huge expense. If I commit to a billet block, that's a lot of money, and then throwing another lot of money on top of it, that's way too much.
So Pedro needs to go home and think about whether or not he's going to move to a billet block and a dry sump, or put another stock block in it and try to be more careful, or maybe get away with what I was able to get away with, or roll the dice again. But you're at this point where another prepped stock block is X amount of money, and move to a billet block that won't have this problem is probably 2.5 times that. So by the time you factor in what it costs to do what he just did, which was take the car out and race it twice, and he's right back out here with a broken engine again. So that gets expensive and tiring pretty quickly. So we have to do it in a manner that's going to promote more longevity and have parts that are better selected for the power level. But these are decisions that ultimately are his to make, because everyone's working within some semblance of a budget.
Mm-hmm. Well said. And with that being said, I have taken my time to decide. I'm going to be